This is one of Campy's canopies. This is the one we took on the trip. First things first, we get some light going. You don't realise how important that is until you need it. Or you're running late, you haven't set up camp and it's dark, and you got to start digging through to put your lights in and plug it into the accessories outlet and all that. If you just got it on the switch, it's just all ready to go. It makes life so much simpler. I'm not about all these unnecessary luxuries, but God, it makes life better. Most important thing to take with you is the beer fridge. These ones will hold something like 115 cans because you can't have a trip without the beers. What happens is after 5 days through dust and dirt, you finally make it onto the beach. You never knew you were going to get there. You're ready to pull up and have a beer. Turns out the cameraman didn't have the drone going, so you got to do it all over again.
Fuck, it's not recording. Fuck.
Oh no!
Fuck.
So you're thirsty as hell. So you need to get straight into your fridge, which has been running off the 12 volt and the lithium that's in the Canopy, because if you've seen our video in the Pilbara, hot beer is no laughing matter.
Is it worth it?
Of course it is.
Of course it is. Here we go. Bloody hell, you can make a cup of tea in that.
Over this side, most crucial part of any setup, and what we particularly needed, is the recovery gear. So we didn't use a snatch strap because we both got winches. If you don't have a winch, this would have been a lifesaver. But we did have to use the extension strap because when Dad was stuck in the first salt lake, I didn't want to drive into the soft bit to recover him and risk getting us both stuck. So we needed the extension, got a few other bits and pieces here, shovel, some other straps. Essential that you have the shackles. And the second time he was stuck in the salt lake, he was so bogged that we needed to use the pulley for a double line pull. Otherwise it would have burnt out my winch or snapped a winch rope. Once you snap it, you've got to tie it back together, and then that's a weak point. So we might have still been out there rusting away. When we did make it onto the beach, we have the compressor so we can let our tyres down, quick deflator in there as well. Otherwise, you're probably not even getting onto the beach, let alone off it. So this was crucial, and this should form part of any setup you're doing. Even if you're not doing touring and just doing a day trip in your four-wheel drive, going and doing some hard wheeling, probably one of the most essential pieces of kit you can have. So we got 300 amp hours of lithium in here, which for us was very important because we were doing a film trip. So we've got all the camera gear, all the audio gear, plus we're running the fridge, which was chockers full of beer. And this is set up with the 1500 watt inverter as well. So we're able to charge the drone batteries, which charge too slow using 12 volt. And aside from that, it's got the DC-DC charger. So you basically just plug and play the Canopy, just plug straight into your car, and the battery here is charging. A lot less glamorous, but just as important is your fuel. So by having the holders on the back, you keep all that storage space inside and you don't have diesel rubbing against everything, making your pillow smelly and shit like that. If you think you're gonna need 20 litres, you need to take 40. If you think you don't need any spare fuel, you need to take 20. And rooftop tent, this is where I slept. Some people in the video haven't noticed that there was a swag on the back of Dad's car. No, we did not sleep in there together. It's not that sort of Austrian father-son relationship. And solar panel at the front if you're out there for a few days without running the car. All right, so here's all the space for your generic boring crap, all your cutlery, pans, plates, your cooker. Got the 4.5 kilo gas bottle in here, so that kept us going the whole time. Could fit the cameraman swag, but the last piece of essential gear that we had in here is the recovery tracks, Max tracks, whatever brand. So even though we were winching, we still needed these because that salt lake...
The smell's not dissipating at all?
No, it's not. was just this suction cup of smelly, stinky shit that would not let go of a car. And so you need these to ramp back out onto the crust instead of just skull dragging it through the slop and the shit. So without these, who knows, might have got him out. We might have just had to spend a few hours digging, but...
The most important thing is that you got someone around to have a beer with. So, Toby, it's that time of day. What do you reckon? Did you not buy any beer?